Response is pursuant to Article 35 of the Constitution of Kenya, access to information, and Section 65 of the County Government Act, Standing Orders 41, 1C, please provided clear and comprehensive information as follows. 1. Recent vacancies advertised, a detailed list of all public service vacancies declared and advised by the board over the recent past, including job, cadres, departments, and total posts available. 2. County employees demography, a comprehensive register or data summary of all current employees within the county public service, showing their designated wards of residence, origin at the time of employment. 3. Recruitment data for Kiptuya ward, the exact number of individuals from Kiptuya ward who have successfully been recruited and deployed to various county positions during the recent requirement circles. Equitable distribution criteria, an official explanation of the scorecard policy or structural criteria utilized by the board to ensure a fair and proportional balance of job opportunities among all the wards in Nandi County. Honorable Chair, this statement is not fully responded by the public service, but the chair has said that on Friday he will give us the full status of people of Nandi County in 30 wards, the number of employees in Nandi County. So, Honorable Kevolwe, Honorable Chair, Honorable Chair, kindly give me until Friday, and then I'll give the status of 30 wards, the employees in Nandi County. Thank you.
Honorable Songok, I thought you confidently said that you have 2 responses to make. You've done the first one, and this second one is a bit partial. Honorable Kevolwe, do you have a comment before I give directions? Because you're the one who sought the statement.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I'm happy to hear from the honorable member who has just presented the report. But during the morning session, she agreed that she would actually vanish the whole report comprehensively. But now she seeks more time. I hope she will give the comprehensive report per word as the statement requires. Mr. Speaker, this is an urgent matter because there is a say that in Kiswahili say ngoja ngoja huumiza matumbo. Na ngoja ngoja utakuta mwana si wako. Thank you so much.
So, honorable member appears to be agreeable with your submissions that you can be able to give a very substantive and comprehensive report. So you granted until Tuesday the 30th day of June 2026 to make a comprehensive response to the statement sought by the member from Kiptuya and also the minority whip. You have another?
Yes.
Well,
thank you.
Proceed.
Thank you, Chair. I'm here to respond to the statement sought by Honorable Mospe. The status of medical cover of the county employees. Honorable Chair, the statement is too long. I hope the honorable members, they will be so patient for me to respond.
That is what he's been given the job.
Thank you.
And he's very, very attentive. You can make progress.
Okay, the status of the medical cover for county employees. The current status of medical cover and SHA cover for all the county government employees. Medical cover. Financial year 2025-2026, the county government staff covered under AAR and Transnep, AAR insurance and Transnep insurance programs are 2 distinct but frequently partnered entitles in Kenya insurance industry. AAR is an underwriter providing medical and general coverage, while Transnep is an independent procurer that packages and distributes various insurance products. Medical cover number of the staff covered principal members is 3,076. Number of dependents covered is 6,195. Budget for financial year 2025-2026 is 168 million. SHA status. The Social Health Authority is established under Section 25 of the Act and is utilized to pool all contributions made under the Act. SHA is designed to provide health care service from panel and contracted health care providers and health care facilities on referral from primary health facilities. The Social Health Authority ensures that every resident in Kenya can access a comprehensive range of quality health service they need without the burden of financial hardship. All eligible government employees are duly registered under SHA. SHA contribution and remittance, the county government of Nandi through HR system is deducted monthly contribution from all employees as required by law and remits to SHA before 9th of every month. The last remittance is for the month of May 2026 as per attached end slip. I'll give you a copy and then you go through it. The second is status of the pension schemas and retirement benefits. Pension schemas in Kenya are regulated. Pension schemes in Kenya are regulated by the Retirement Benefit Authority and fall into three main categories: mandatory national schemes, employer-sponsored occupational schemes, and voluntary personal plans. Members physically receive up to 1/3 of the accumulated benefit as a lump sum, while the remaining 2/3 are paid out as regular life income. The pension schemes currently applicable to county executive employees are the county pension fund, the LAP fund, the GOK pension scheme for devolved staff, the NSSF. The latest remittance made by the county government was the remittance for the month of May 2026. The pensions deducted from employees' salary are remitted regularly depending on the exchequer dispensement by the National Treasurer. There is a table for the pension for the county pension fund, for the LAP fund, GOK pension, and NSSF. And then the third is professional growth promotions and career progression, policies and criteria used in determining job groups, grading structures, and career progression for the county employees. County employee job groups, grading, and career progression in Kenya are primarily detected by the Salary and Remuneration Commission, SRC, and implemented locally by the County Public Service Board. The criteria are rooted in job evaluation, academic qualification, experience, and performance. The policies and criteria used to determine this framework operate on several core principles. Job evaluation. The foundation of the grading structure is the job evaluation framework, which determines the worth of a job based on knowledge and skills, the education qualification and technical know-how required, decision-making and complexity, the level of problem-solving and independence, responsibility and accountability, the impact of the role on the county resources and service delivery, effort, physical and mental demands of the position. B, the grading and job group structure. The county public service harmonized its structure with the public service, spanning from the job group A, lowest, to VIST, such as county chief officers and secretaries. Entry level is job group F, G, H, usually enter points for certificate and diploma holders. Professional supervision, e.g. job group JKL, often entering points to university degree holders and mind-level managers. Senior management, e.g. group M and above, roles with higher strategy and technical responsibilities. C, career progression guidelines. Career progression in counties is determined by the career progression guidelines, which establish the clear pathways for moving from one grade to next. Key criteria: time in service, overs typical must serve as a minimum of 3 years in their current grade before being eligible for promotion. Academic and professional requirements: attaining additional required certificate or a master's degree from several roles. Performance appraisal: favorable performance evaluation scores as recorded in the County Public Service Human Resource Manual. Vacancies: promotion depends on the availability of an authorized fund vacancies in the county establishment. C, policies or remuneration and allowances. Best pay and allowances to each job group are regulated by the SRC to ensure equity. The total compensation is influenced by annual increment, geographical allowances, market adjustment. Process of job scale determination is standardized across all departments, and the legal and policy framework is guided by the Public Service Commission guidelines. Civil servants are evaluated through annual performance appraisal. Promotions are subject to vacancies occurring, following by the competitive selection process managed by the Public Service Commission or represented County Public Service Board. To qualify for promotional consideration, the public servants are expected to continuously upgrade their skills. This includes undertaking certified course offered at the Kenya Schools of the Government, which is the primary institution for public sector leadership, management, and strategic training. A scheme of service is a human resource management tool that is designed to provide career management for particular. It facilitates recruitment, development, training, and promotion on the basis of the merit, competence, and or ability and retention, and set out in requirements for upward mobility within specific. It provides a grading structure, job description, and appointment specification. The objective of the schemes of service are mainly to provide for a well-defined career structure, attract, motivate, and facilitate retention of suitability qualification personnel. C, civil service. I'm almost finishing. D, provide for clear, defined job description and specification with clear declination of duties and responsibilities at all levels within the career structure. Establish standards for recruitment, training, and advancement within the career. G, structure. H, ensure appropriate career planning and succession management. Currently, there are over 240 schemes of service covering majority of the civil servant. In essence, each in the service has its own standard-alone schemas of service. The ministry responds for public service, develop or reverse the schemes of service on requested by MDS. Promotion of the staff in the county executive. The last promotion of the staff in the county executive was done by the County Public Service Board in April 2025, and it's covered employees mainly from the Department of Health. The department listed is Administration Public Service, April 2023, and it's affected 9 staff. Agriculture and Cooperative Service, 2023. Last promotion was 2023 and affected 37. Education and vocational training, it was nil. No staff was affected. Financial and economic planning, nil. And no staff was affected. Healthy, November 2024, and the staff that was affected is 551. Kapsabet Municipality, nil. Land, Environment, and Climate is nil. Sports and Arts and Youth is nil. Culture and Heritage, Gender and Social Welfare is nil. Trade, Trade, tourism, and enterprise development, it was nil, and transport and public service was last promotion was 2024 and it's affect 7 staff. Fifth, plans the county government as to enhance career development, succession planning, and institutional capacity. The county government of Nandi, driven by the County Public Service Board, implements targeted human capital initiative. Their plans focus on conducting training needs assessment, establishing succession management policy, promoting internal mobility, specified strategies to ensure continuous workflow and institutional capacity include succession management policy. The county is actively operationalizing structure succession framework to eliminate service gaps caused by retirements, staff, and turnovers or acting appointments. Career development and progression. The county executive uses systematic performance appraisal and training needs assessment to tailor career progression guidelines. This ensure professional advance directly correlates with the service delivery objective. Continuous capacity building, ongoing training is provided in areas like ICT utilization, data management, and decentralization procurement to modernize operation. Thank you for your continuous support. Thank you so much. That is the end of my statement, and I will give out the photocopies to each and every honorable members. Thank you.
Honorable Isaac Musbei.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, once again, you know, I sought this statement last week, Mr. Speaker. It is a record time that a committee has ever responded to the statements. I think it is worth lauding the Committee on Administration for this. And more so, the CEC in charge of the administration, that is Waziri Dr. Philemon Bureti. Very efficient, very, very detailed. If you look at it, Mr. Speaker, even those who are asking me, I will now, or rather you now realize that perhaps there are some isolated cases who are having difficulties with SHA, who are having difficulties with medical covers, but at least the department has shown commitment and has shown evidence, which has been admitted to this House, Mr. Speaker, to prove that their payments indeed to the pension schemes, the bodies that cover workers on matters of ailments, Mr. Speaker. So I will only thank the committee for this quick response. Maybe the only observation I want to give, Mr. Speaker, is that you realize on the aspect of promotion, when it comes to the education department, where we have our ECD teachers, there has never been a promotion in the recent past. Health, where there is always, or rather their union is always fighting. 551 have been promoted. Now, you look at the municipality, where we have those who are collecting the parking fees. None has ever been promoted. You go to lands, that is the department where you have water. None has been promoted. Trade, which is very, very critical. None has been promoted, Mr. Speaker. This explains the challenges that we are having, especially in our workforce. One that I'm still curious about, and I would wish more details could be provided, would be on the aspect of the ward admins. When the devolution came, a ward admin was identified from each and every ward of the 30 wards. The one that was identified from Kaptumo Kaboi has since left for greener pastures in Australia. But today, I don't know a single ward admin that comes from Kaptumo Kaboi ward. I know other words. I don't know, like I heard Lesos, I heard Nandi Hills. Maybe they've been given that slot. But for Kaptumo Kaboi, the word admin left, and I don't know who was promoted to that position. I will make a personal effort, but Mr. Speaker, let me thank this very, very able, very efficient committee for the response in good time. I have an explanation to give to the people I represent on the matters that I address. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Well, any other weight on that? If there's none, next order.
Mr. Speaker, still on statements. In the morning, I had sought a statement on the TSS. It was very difficult to have the chairman around, but I can see him now. He can say something, because the speaker of the session had ruled that the chairman for finance would give us a response this afternoon, Mr. Speaker.
Over to you, the honorable member from Tinderet.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I would just want to say this in regards to the SES statement that was sought by Honorable Mospei, Member of County Assembly from Kaptumo Kaboi, that the Committee of Finance and Economic Planning send an invite letters to TRMC Committee, Department of Agriculture, and Department of Finance and Economic Planning. And this meeting will be held next week, Honorable Speaker. An entire house, the entire member of county assemblies for the house and from tea growing areas will be invited. And I think that's where now the meeting that previously was supposed to have been done, we'll do it next week. So on Monday, to be specific, that actually we are going to have that meeting, and we'll send an invite to all honorable members. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Isaac, you have a comment on that before I give directions?
Mr. Speaker, I think I had asked for a statement with very, very, very specific questions, Mr. Speaker. I had not asked for a meeting, Mr. Speaker. And I wanted to get that statement particularly written because of the concerns that I have, especially concerns bordering on corruption, Mr. Speaker. So, for the honorable member to say there will be a meeting, I don't know how that meeting is going to look like, but anyway, since it has been a whole 1 year since I saw the statement, and the chairman has been giving reasons like those ones, that we will meet like this, it will be next week. I remember the last time he was asked, he promised to give a response on a certain, I think it should have been Wednesday last week. But today now, it will be a meeting on Monday. I think I'll have to seek more advice on the same matter, since the response seems not to be forthcoming. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Birech, you've had that, and you personally made commitments that you're going to respond to that statement, and you've heard the sentiments of the honorable member that he did not ask for the meeting, and perhaps maybe you can just feed him with a response to that rather than inviting him to that meeting. So how soon can we have that?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I think after the meeting, we'll be having a written response. And I think that's what I said previously when I responded to his question when we were here. And I think next week, we'll be
Honorable Birecha, you know, this is a statement that has been sought way back. You've been put to task to respond to those particular statements, and I don't know whether that was dependent on a meeting that is scheduled for next week. That is what the honorable member is concern is.
Yes, Honorable Speaker, part of the issues that were raised by Honorable Mospei will be handled on that day, but the written response will be here by Wednesday next week.
So you commit that on 1st July, you'll respond to that.
Absolutely, thank you.
Okay, next order.
Order number 8, the Nandi County Finance Amendment Bill number 2, 2026, second reading.
Honorable Birech.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, allow me to give report of Finance and Economic Planning Committee on the Nandi County Finance Amendment Bill number 2 of 2026.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Well, Honorable Tarbay.
Mr. Speaker, I'm raising +1 to standing order number 47, Mr. Speaker. On the notice of motion, Mr. Speaker, I remember the chairman tabling the motion, but I don't remember him giving a notice, Mr. Speaker. Are we not is it in order for the member to move the motion, Mr. Speaker, without the notice?
Honorable Tarbay, I believe you are a veteran member of this house, and hold on, Honorable Birech. Honorable Tarbay, I have read, or rather made reference to the Standing Order 47, and you realize that this is a bill, and therefore it is not a requirement of our standing orders that a notice be issued on that. Is that okay? Well, Honorable Birech.
Honorable Speaker, I beg that the Nandi County Finance Amendment Bill number 2 of 2026 be read for the second time. And I would request Honorable Nicholas Bett to second. Nicholas Kimboy, sorry. Yeah.
I second, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, I propose that the Nandi County Finance Amendment Bill number 2 of 2026 be read the second time. Well, Honorable Birech.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, Article 105 of the Constitution of Kenya, 2010. The county government of Nandi
Birech, you've been the chair of finance of this committee for the past 3 years, and you realize that you cannot ask, or rather you cannot move that this bill be read the second time without giving comments on the report, because it is the report that will inform the second reading. Honorable Birech, I would grant you leave to make comments on that particular report.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker, this is an amendment bill 2026. Honorable Speaker, around 1 or 2 months ago, we passed the finance bill for the finance bill 2026 at the entire house. Honorable Speaker, there was specific areas or specific clauses that we fully passed as a house, then in the entire finance bill. One of the areas that we introduced in the previous, in the current finance bill, Honorable Speaker, was the area of land rates, which came in after the House has passed a valuation rule through the entire process. Honorable Speaker, this House previously has passed at the rate of 0.5% on the market value of the land. Honorable Speaker, this is in tandem with National Rating Act of 2024. Honorable Speaker, county governments do have County Governments Land Rating Act 2017. And the committee did various public participation, which was done first by the county executive and later done by county assembly. There was various proposals. One, there was the first proposal of 0.5%, which duly the House agreed and passed it. And later, there was some view engagements, which now involved the reason as to why we are amending this bill. And the executive, after we did a consultative meeting with landowners or property owners, we saw it was very important for us to engage the entire county in public participation. And that's why we went ahead and we cassette the public participation. And Department of Finance and Economic Planning Committee did public participation last week on Friday. And members of public came in number. We did an engagement. They had their proposals. And the responsibility of the committee is just to steer the process, to facilitate the process, and now harmonize the two concerns. The first concern was the county executive is proposing 0.25%, of the value of the land, and now the views of the public in regards to this matter before this Honorable House. And Honorable Speaker, the public really wanted, suggested 0.1% of the value of the land, and the county executive had suggested previously 0.5%. And they saw, after consultative meeting, they really wanted us to legalize through this process now the engagement with the stakeholders to a rate of 0.25%. Honorable Speaker, through the public participation, the members of the public suggested 0.1%, which all the contents are in the report, which I believe the honorable members have an access to this report. And again, there were views that the agricultural land should be fully exempted as per what the Rating Act, Land Rates Act of 2024 proposes. So all the agricultural lands are fully exempted, and that honorable members should know. Agricultural land is fully exempted from this bill. Number two, Honorable Speaker, we urge, the honorable members, so it's very important for county government to update their Land Rating Act of 2024 to be in tandem with what the national government or National County Assembly had passed and ascended by President in the year 2024, which is National Land Rating Act of 2024. So it is very important for county government of Nandi to have an updated Land Rates Act so that we can no longer be using the 2017 Act. So, and all of them, Honorable Speaker, has been updated as part of the contents of the report of the committee. Number two, there was various petitions, received by committee. And I think all of them, again, have been attached in the report, which I believe honorable members will still have an opportunity to check. And we saw, honorable Speaker, it's very important for us because finance bill informs.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
What is your point of order, Honorable Tarbay?
Mr. Speaker, I seek guidance on the matter before us as I was listening to the Chair of Finance. He seems to be giving input, Mr. Speaker, of findings by the committee. And Mr. Speaker, we are in the second readings of the bill. I don't know, Mr. Speaker, how we'll be able to capture, because to my knowledge, Mr. Speaker, the House is not privy to the contents of the report. Are we in order, Mr. Speaker, to debate the second reading, Mr. Speaker? Maybe we should have deferred the second reading of the bill for us first to ventilate on the report, so that, Mr. Speaker, when it is now in the second reading, is when we can capture the comments by the Chair. Because, Mr. Speaker, it's kind of anticipating a debate, because the report has just been tabled, we have not ventilated, and we are now in the second reading, Mr. Speaker. So if the bill moves to the third reading, Mr. Speaker, when will we incorporate the findings from public participation? But I stand guided, Mr. Speaker. Maybe I'm confused, but I need guidance, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Tarbay, it seems today is, but I know it's a Tuesday. But the chair is in order to make comments on that particular report, unless you're saying that you don't have a copy of that report.
Mr. Speaker, I am not questioning the contents of the report, but the sequence, Mr. Speaker. I know we are guided by this House of Rules and Procedure, Mr. Speaker. So I don't know if it's the House Business Committee which has messed up the things, Mr. Speaker, but I believe after tabling of the report, the chair should have moved now. We deliberate on the report so that the same contents, Mr. Speaker, can be captured, or what happens to the report from the committee, Mr. Speaker?
Honorable Tarbe, the honorable member, the chairperson, remember that we are on the second reading, and we are not basically discussing. We're not basically discussing the report, but you can make comments on that, and I've already given directions on that. Is that okay now? Well, proceed, Honorable.
Thank you, thank you, Honorable Speaker. I think I was just giving a general overview. We have not gone yet, we are not yet to the report, Honorable Speaker. And I think I was just giving a general overview or the comments in regards to this amendment bill, Honorable Speaker. And I think those are the few areas of concerns that I have raised as the chair and what we observed probably during public participation and the need for the amendment. And I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Tarbey, you can as well discuss the bill as you make reference to the report. And remember that at this particular stage, we're not making any amendments. Amendments can only be done during the committee of the whole house. I think I've given guidance on that. So the silence means what? Should I now put the question?
Of course, Mr. Speaker, cognizant of the fact that this document is very important, Mr. Speaker, and this is the document that will inform us to do with the issues of budgeting, Mr. Speaker. So it has come at any time, Mr. Speaker, and Mr. Speaker, the honorable members should know, Mr. Speaker, that we must be very wise in actually interrogating this document, Mr. Speaker. Because it is the same document, Mr. Speaker, that the people of this county, Mr. Speaker, it is true the same document, Mr. Speaker, as in the collection of the revenues, Mr. Speaker, that will help, Mr. Speaker, in the development part of this county, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, we cannot turn a blind eye, Mr. Speaker. And I'm very sure, Mr. Speaker, that all the members, Mr. Speaker, here, without preempting anything, Mr. Speaker, they know, Mr. Speaker, what is entailed in this document. They know. It's only a matter of process and the procedures of this house. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, the honorable members here, in as much as they're very quiet, they know what is entailed in the document, Mr. Speaker. A lot of people here have said it is a leopard in our hands. It can eat you anytime. You see, Mr. Speaker. But, Mr. Speaker, it is crystal clear, Mr. Speaker, that if we don't get revenue, Mr. Speaker, we cannot be able to do development. That is the bottom line. That is the bottom line, Mr. Speaker. And, Mr. Speaker, I know this document originated from where these people know, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker,
I don't know where that document originated, Honorable.
Unless you are Honorable, Mr.
Maybe
Speaker, you only can't know.
You can make me understand where it originated from.
Of course, from the executive, Mr. Speaker. Yes, it is crystal clear. It is from the executive. And all of us, Mr. Speaker, as a member of a county assembly, you need development in your wards. So the issue of going around the clock saying, oh, the finance bill, oh, we must be very decisive. We must come together, Mr. Speaker, and make sure. And from this point, Mr. Speaker, we want to see the friends of His Excellency the Governor, Mr. Speaker, in this issue, Mr. Speaker. We want to see the friends of His Excellency the Governor, Mr. Speaker. Because we need development. This is a very phone issue, Mr. Speaker.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Martin.
Point of order,
Honorable
Mr.
Martin,
Speaker,
there is
sir.
a point of order. Honorable Kerich, what is your point of order?
I just want to make an inquiry, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable.
On accuracy of facts, Honorable Speaker, can the Honorable Member substantiate, Honorable Speaker, where does the friendship of the Governor and the finance bill that is in this house, can he connect? Because, Honorable Speaker, how is he introducing His Excellency the Governor to an issue that is before the House, Honorable Speaker?
Honorable Martin, you are called to substantiate that.
Mr. Speaker, unless he only wants to turn the blind eye on these issues, Mr. Speaker. Him, Mr. Speaker, is a great friend of His Excellency the Governor, Mr. Speaker.
And that is why he's asking.
And that's why I'm saying this, Mr. Speaker. This is a document from the executive. The executive is headed by the governor. Mr. Speaker, it is crystal clear. And this is a document, Mr. Speaker. You remember, Mr. Speaker, when the whole thing happened in the National Assembly, what happened, Mr. Speaker? What happened, Mr. Speaker? I mean, the members, Mr. Speaker, of the party, Mr. Speaker, stood by the document. And that is why, Mr. Speaker,
Order,
today,
Honorable Speaker.
we have the name, Mr. Speaker.
Order.
So,
order, Speaker.
Point
of order, Honorable Speaker. Point of order, Honorable
Honorable, before you raise your point of order, Honorable Martin, I've keenly listened to you, and it is a preserve of this county assembly to legislate. And therefore, to impute that this is a document from the executive, that is not correct. And therefore, you should just correct the record so that we can make progress.
Say, Mr. Speaker, the executive serve the same people that we represent. That is my point. You see? And the document from the executive, Mr. Speaker, is crystal clear that they cannot bring a document that is detrimental to the county.
And that is why, Honorable Martin, we are saying that it is a preserve of the county assembly to legislate, or rather to make the laws. And therefore, we cannot say that it is a document from, the executive when you have the powers, or rather you have the obligation to legislate on this item.
Mr. Speaker, we have had so many documents. We are in the fourth year, Mr. Speaker. And we have had such a document always, Mr. Speaker. And we've dealt with it, Mr. Speaker. So this is just a continuous process, Mr. Speaker.
Point of order, Honorable
Unless
Speaker.
the honorable members who are standing on a point of order, Mr. Speaker, knows the intention why they are doing that.
Honorable Martin.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Martin Douglas has not substantiated, Honorable Speaker, between the friendship of honorable members and the finance bill that is in this house, Honorable Speaker.
Exactly,
That is
and that
the
is
issue
why
that I'm raising, Honorable Speaker, that can he substantiate, because he has introduced an element of friendship between the honorable members and His Excellency the Governor. Can he substantiate and connect that friendship to the document before this honorable house?
Mr. Speaker, it is crystal clear. The governor is our friend.
Honorable Martin,
doesn't
so
have a
that
friend?
we don't invite so many orders, will you please substantiate the aspect of the finance bill and the friends of His
The
Excellency
governor
the
is a
Governor?
friend to all of us, even to this house. He's got a seat there, Mr. Speaker. I mean, what is so hard about it?
So how does that relate to the finance bill?
I mean, the finance bill here, Mr. Speaker, originates from the other side. And yes, as we interrogate this finance bill, Mr. Speaker, let us have in mind that this is the document that will get us the money for development. That is my point, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Martin Douglas, I want to put it to you that the finance bill of 2026, it is not a document from the executive. It is a document from the Committee on Finance, and I want you to check the schedule as to who signed the schedule of that particular bill, and it is the honorable member from Tinderet, the chairperson on finance. And therefore, you cannot impute that these are documents from executive when it is a preserve of the county assembly to make the laws. You were present when we read the bill for the first reading, and you'll clearly see that the bill was sponsored by the CPA honorable member from Tinderet. So kindly proceed to withdraw that so that we can be able to make progress.
Mr. Speaker, I think these documents came from the Finance and Economic Planning Office, Mr. Speaker. Yes.
I have already indicated to you that this motion, or rather this bill, was sponsored by the member.
I
from
stand guided,
Mindalet.
Mr. Speaker, and I withdraw.
You have copies of those particular bills, and nothing is indicative that it arose from the executive. So, good enough. Honorable member from Kobujoy.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. As I make my submission, Honorable Speaker, though I had stood on a point of order, just to correct what Honorable Balala had just said, but since he's on his seat, Honorable Speaker, let me continue with my contribution. Honorable Speaker, these documents that has been brought before us is a document that is supposed to advise us on the way forward on revenue collection, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, there has been public participations that have been done and conducted, Honorable Speaker, and there are issues that were addressed and raised by the affected persons whom the county government is to collect the revenue from. Honorable Speaker, it is prudent that we stick to what the residents are comfortable to contribute, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, it makes a lot of sense for us as a house to represent fully what is intended by the residents, Honorable Speaker. If they talk of 0.1, Honorable Speaker, we should implement, we should adopt what is required by the residents, Honorable Speaker. I stand before this house to actually plead the house as honorable members to ensure that as a report, as we are going forward, I know there will be amendments that will come before the house, if any, but I request that we stick to what the residents have shared with us on the public participation, Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Isaac.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Now, Mr. Speaker, this is the finance report, that is amendment number 2. I remember during the amendment number 1, we were here. I had the privilege to participate, or rather to attend the public participation, and it wasn't an easy one. There is what the residents or the representatives of the Wananchi who came to the Kipchoge complex gave. I think we defied that and came with 0.5. And when the calculations were done, a poor resident living in Kapsabet, one of them told me that they were going to pay around 34,000 shillings, higher than the rent monthly, Mr. Speaker. That one was quite unreasonable. I hope what the committee has brought this time round is what, like our whip has said, is what the people suggested. I know the incoming, or rather the aspiring member for Parliament for Tindred, Honorable Martin Douglas, will want to say that we need development. Therefore, we should squeeze Wananchi so that we get development, Mr. Speaker. When the chairman for finance came here, he gave us a quarterly report where even the parking fees were dwindling. And therefore, the easy target was going to be the land rates, Mr. Speaker. You see? I think ever since that time, there are threats for litigations, there are threats for demonstrations, and we are here today. My only prayer is that what the chairman has brought and the committee have brought to the House is what is agreeable with Wananchi. In any case, we have a couple of days, I don't know how many days, that this is going to be in force, because we will soon be having a new finance bill. I don't know, and I would wish there was some candidness on what exactly. I have not participated in lobbying, but I saw the chairman this morning doing. I have not talked with him. I don't know exactly, how it is going to be beneficial to the people of Nandi. I know there is the talk of people willing to pay or multinationals willing to pay, and therefore the law has to be here. So we will give it. But at the end of the day, we shouldn't forget, I know we've talked of, there is a talk of friendship. But the biggest friendship is the friendship with the people of Nandi, who gave us the mandate to be in this house. I think that is the bottom line. To cast aspersions that there are people who should be more friendly to the governor and others being otherwise is to miss the point. We are missing the point. So that when I oppose, I will be labeled as unfriendly to the governor. I think that the point here is the contents of that report, that we should look at them objectively. So, Mr. Speaker, that is my submission, Mr. Speaker.
I'd seen Honorable Hassan, thereafter Honorable Tarbey, then to be followed by the member from Kurgung Surungai.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for allowing me to contribute to this Finance Bill Amendment 2 from the Finance Committee. Honorable Speaker, Finance Bill is how the government finances everything that goes on. As a county, we need to have a finance bill so that we can figure out where our own sales revenue will come from. Honorable Speaker, I think the chair was unfair to the House and to the people of Nandi. You could have at least tell us or told us the financial implication that reducing the 0.5% that was in Amendment 1 to what you're going to reduce it to 0.1 to Amendment 2, what is the financial implication to the people of Nandi, especially on what they want to achieve. Honorable Speaker, leadership requires people to make very hard decisions. And if our own source revenue is going to go down, then we need to tell the people of Nandi, this is what we are going to have. This is what we're not going to have. Honorable Speaker, on our way to Singapore, it's going to cost us a lot of financial constraints. If you tell the people don't even want to pay for SHA, Honorable Speaker, but they have to pay for it because of their medical reasons, because leaders have decided to make those decisions. It is prudent on us, Honorable Speaker, as the leaders who are representing the people, to either come up, because we cannot have our cake and eat it too at the same time. We have to choose where we want to go as a county. Either we're going to have development, or either we're going not to have development. And the money that is coming from the CRF or from the national government, if we remove the recurrent expenditure, those are salaries and all the recurrent expenditure from it, what remains? So as the finance committee, what we are expecting, or what I was expecting, is for the finance chair to clearly demonstrate to us, this is why we are reducing this money, because there is money already that we are going to get from somewhere else. So if you reduce this money that are going to improve our own source revenue, where are we going to get the money for development? Or where are we going to get the money to run the government? So be clear and concise, Honorable Chair, we are asking him so that people of Nandi can understand what is going on. I understand the public participation, which has to happen because of the law, but what are the financial implications? What are we going to give up in Nandi County? What is it not going to happen? If this was in the budget already, understood that we're in the budget making process. I know here shortly we're going to read the budget here. What are the financial implications on that budget? Because this is the money that was already projected in the finance bill so that it can go to the budget. So are we going to change the budget because now you have reduced these percentages for land rates? And then what is the implications? Yesterday, Honorable Speaker, I was privileged to watch the evening news, and I saw that the Nandi County was doing very well on development at 55%. This was not me. I'm reporting what I saw. I'm reporting what I saw on the news, on the evening news, Honorable Speaker, that we were doing very well on development. What is this finance bill going to do? Because finance bill is how the government actually plans on how it's going to run its own government. And yes, taxes is part of it. So before we are quick to accept what Wananchi was saying, can you, or can they, Honorable Speaker, give us the financial implications so that we know before we make a decision in this House? Because the decisions we make in this House are going to affect the people of Nandi. So I would really like, or I would love for a situation where either the finance chair or the budget chair actually stand up and tell us in this House what are the financial implications of the reduction of the finance bill, of this finance bill, especially on matters of land rates. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Though I'd granted Honorable Tarwe an opportunity, I've just realized that it was a point of order that was raised that interrupted the... Were you done with the submissions? Well, then Honorable Tarwe.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Allow me to pick from where my friend from Kabwareng has stopped, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, God has granted us opportunity to be legislators in this honorable House, Mr. Speaker. And at times, Mr. Speaker, it's not good to legislate with emotions, Mr. Speaker. As leaders, we are entrusted with a lot of responsibility. And Mr. Speaker, why we are calling it amendment number 2 is because we had amendment number 1. And Mr. Speaker, I'm seeing the same members. Some of us, we were wanted to advocate for what Wananchi had said. Because, Mr. Speaker, there was a debate where we had to go to 0.25. But some of the members in that team, Mr. Speaker, were advocating really strongly and saying, let's put it 0.5. Now, Mr. Speaker, we are hearing 0.1, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, last week, part 1, we had the CEC for finance making budget pronunciation, Mr. Speaker. And when, if my ear serves me right, Mr. Speaker, he mentioned something about on-source revenue, Mr. Speaker. You know, Mr. Speaker, these are not miracles. We don't rely solemnly from the national government, Mr. Speaker. We are not a lame county, Mr. Speaker. We are not with the permission, with the maybe if I seek allowance, permission from the person representing people with disability, Mr. Speaker. Normally counties are ranked, Mr. Speaker, in terms of collection of on-source revenue. Mr. Speaker, if we disown the land rates as one of our source of on-source revenue, Mr. Speaker, I don't know where we expect to collect more money. Mr. Speaker, we'll be passing a budget. So where will the deficit come from, Mr. Speaker? So we need to be honest, to have a candid conversation, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, you know why we are, now we shifted from 0.5, we have gone all the way to 0.1, and the magic behind it, I don't understand, Mr. Speaker, because it will be an injustice, because, Mr. Speaker, we are a fair county. I want to give you a clear picture. We have, personally, Mr. Speaker, I was calculating the tax which I'm paying to the government, Mr. Speaker, and it is tax, Mr. Speaker, we are not the initiators, Mr. Speaker. It is biblical. In Matthew, Mr. Speaker, Matthew 22, verse 21, it says, Mr. Speaker, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, Mr. Speaker, And even Jesus himself, Mr. Speaker, capped it at 10%, Mr. Speaker. But, Mr. Speaker, for land rates, we are talking at 0.1, Mr. Are we being fair, Mr. Speaker? Mr. Speaker, I want to see the kind of unfairness we want to breed in our county. We have a Mamamboka, Mr. Speaker, who always, if you walk along the main street, Mr. Speaker, you will see some Mamamboka selling their vegetables there. Mr. Speaker, they are being asked to pay 50 shillings per day. The Boda, Mr. Speaker, they are paying for stickers. I don't know how much they are paying. But, Mr. Speaker, I don't want to mention an hotel right here. There is a favorite hotel for members of County Assembly. It's a land, Mr. Speaker, which we are talking now of land rates. In that land, Mr. Speaker, we have a car wash, we have an hotel, and, Mr. Speaker, assuming the percentage of that parcel of land, if we were to use the example, if that land goes for 3 million, Mr. Speaker, that person, if you ask him to pay 0.1 annually, he will pay 3,000. If you divide by 12 months, Mr. Speaker, that person is paying 8 shillings a day, Mr. Speaker. Yet Mamamboka in the streets is paying 50 shillings, Mr. Speaker. He doesn't own any land rate, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, are we being honest? Mr. Speaker, we will be biased. We will be protecting the rich and the mighty at the expense of the poor person, Mr. Speaker. So we have to have a candid discussion, Mr. Speaker.
Point of information, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable member, you want to be informed?
No, Mr. Speaker, I'm well informed. I've gone to school, Mr. Speaker. That's why I'm breaking these percentages clearly, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, let's not breed injustice, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Whip, the member says that he doesn't want to be informed.
Actually, I was to inform the House, Honorable Speaker.
But he's the one on the feet. Maybe you'll have an opportunity later. Yeah, because he's on his feet.
I've had my opportunity already, Honorable Speaker.
Then I'm not granting you that chance. Let the Honorable
member And Mr. Speaker, up. You know, when you are legislating, Mr. Speaker, this is not the animal farm, Mr. Speaker. I want to plead with my learned friend, my friend, not the learned, Mr. Speaker, my fellow honorable member, Mr. Speaker. Sometimes, even if we have personal interest, Mr. Speaker, if let's say I have a plot in Kapsabet, I don't legislate because first you have to declare your interest, Mr. Speaker. If your plot is being touched, Mr. Speaker, just withdraw and say, because I am a resident of such and such a place, I have to declare my interest, Mr. Speaker. So first, there are some members which we might require them to declare interest, Mr. Speaker. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, we have to have a candid information, a candid discussion, Mr. Speaker, because, you know, Mr. Speaker, like I believe even in an hour's time, Mr. Speaker, the president will be signing I don't know if the finance bill in national government. Why we are priding ourselves, Mr. Speaker, today that we have housing levy? Personally, I'm deducted around, I think, 4,000. My pay is around 70,000, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, even if I am deducted the housing levy, Mr. Speaker, which I don't complain, currently we see the affordable housing here, Mr. Speaker. That will not be possible if we are not paying housing levy, Mr. Speaker. Equally the same, Mr. Speaker, these people in municipality, when President visited Nandi County, Mr. Speaker, when the President came to Nandi County, Mr. Speaker, he gave over 400 million, Mr. Speaker, for improvement of roads within the municipality. Mr. Speaker, we are constructing market. It means, Mr. Speaker, those people who have lands within municipality are benefiting in a way, Mr. Speaker. So you have constructed a tarmac road for this person. He's getting water from the municipality. He's getting all the facilities. And he doesn't want to pay, Mr. Speaker. Yet we are using government taxes in terms of improving the roads in municipality. That's why, Mr. Speaker, we even today in the morning, we approved a municipality plan, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, how will we implement that plan if we don't have levy to implement? It means even the approval of municipality plan, Mr. Speaker, will be in vain because how do you approve a plan? You don't have money to implement.
Point of order, Honorable Speaker.
So, Mr. Speaker, we have to.
What is your point of order, Honorable Sang?
On clarity, Honorable Speaker.
Yes.
Honorable Speaker, I would wish Honorable Tarbey to clarify to this House whether the earlier payments was higher than what is being proposed now, Honorable Speaker, because as per our information, Honorable Speaker, we used to pay, the land rates were at 100 shillings per acre.
You are raising a point of order.
Honorable Speaker, he has talked now of 3,000 per acre, Honorable Speaker. And yet the earlier payment, as an example, is also an example. If it is now coming to 3,000 at 0.1, Honorable Speaker, and earlier on it was 100 shillings per acre, Honorable Speaker, is that an increment or a decline, Honorable Speaker? Just for a clarification, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Sang, you just hiding behind a point of clarity, rather a point of order, when you just wanted to contribute. But nonetheless, Honorable Talbey, if you're in a position to make a clarity on that, you can please.
Mr. Speaker, I wish the Romba could have gotten me clearly, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, remember when we are talking of land rates, Mr. Speaker, we talk of there are some areas which will not be affected by this land rate, Mr. Speaker, especially our rural farmers in the, maybe someone who has 2 points, maybe in the farthest end of Jebkongan will not pay the same, Mr. Speaker. But normally where we collect revenues as county in terms of land rate is municipalities and maybe those shopping centers, Mr. Speaker, those that have been classified as, I don't know, the business center, Mr. Speaker. But the example I used for 3,000, Mr. Speaker, is a parcel, a plot in town, maybe the 50 by 100. An average, that's why we base it, Mr. Speaker, maybe to educate my friend, Mr. Speaker, we base on the land value. And I took an estimate of a plot, 50 by 100. An average value is 3 million, Mr. Speaker. So if you do it with 0.1%, Mr. Speaker, it comes to 3,000, Mr. Speaker, annually. And that's when I divided it, Mr. Speaker, to a day, it comes to 8 shillings, Mr. Speaker. And I was saying, it's unfair to a Mamamboka who is paying the same rates to county, 50 shillings per day. Yet this person who owns the plot, Mr. Speaker, you know, if we don't tax, Mr. Speaker, Kapsabet will never grow. Why some of the plots, Mr. Speaker, are full of these traditional traits, Labotonik, Mr. Speaker? You can visit a place in Kapsabet now, a plot that has been existing, there is no development. It's simply because that person is not paying any rates, Mr. Speaker. But if you are told to pay rates, Mr. Speaker...
You should be winding up, Honorable Talbey.
Mr. Speaker, by even encouraging our people to pay land rates, Mr. Speaker, we'll be encouraging them to develop because by developing, Mr. Speaker, they will be able to buy. That's why, Mr. Speaker, Kapsabet is not growing. So we need, at this age, Mr. Speaker, let's not look backwards and say we have been paying 100 shillings per acre, Mr. Speaker, and just the way forward. We are in 2026, we are moving to 2027, and we are beyond, Mr. Speaker, and we should make progressive laws, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Rotich, thereafter Honorable Sarah.
Thank you so much.
Bitok.
Much guided, Honorable Speaker. Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this chance to give a comment on this amendment bill number 2 of 2026. County government, Honorable Speaker, is mandated to get its own source revenue from different sources. One of them is business permits, another one is on land rates, and another sources that are described for by the law. All this, the aim of this one source revenue is to finance ongoing projects, to finance future plans for a particular county. We have been making this follow-up, Honorable Speaker, on the initial 0.5 proposal by the finance team. After a series of deliberations, there was a drop to 0.25. The reason as to why we are here today, Honorable Speaker, is after a series of deliberations with public on the amount that all of us should agree on the amount. Leadership calls for direction. Leadership calls for tough decisions in order to proceed with developments that we require in our regions. If today we sit down and depend only on revenue from the national government, it will be a lie, because we cannot manage to proceed further to the next levels of developments that we require. I will quote what the Honorable President of the Republic of Kenya, William Samoei Ruto, once said. In 2022, when he took power, NSSF, they have been paying fixed amount of 200 shillings since 1963. 200 shillings. but he had to make a tough decision. We improve the contribution per member to the amount that we currently contribute. All the contributions that were done in the last over 60 years or even 50 years, the total amount for those 40 years or even 50 years, in 3 years, we have managed to have a huge amount of resources that we are seeing today. Having affordable housing, having markets for our people to use, and so many other projects that we can clearly see today. If we need to be genuine with development that we want, Honorable Speaker, we all have to sit down and agree on a reasonable amount that we will all agree on this particular finance bill. It was 0.5 and there's a drop to 0.25, which was finally agreed to 0.2. But now, after public participation, we are dropping to 0.1. Even if today, if we go for a public participation with 0.1, they will drop it to 0.05. If we go back to the same public participation, they'll even further drop it to even say we can pay 0. We don't want to pay. We don't want to pay these rates. I can give an example of Uasin Gishu County. The land rate for Uasin Gishu County is at 0.3%. The reason as to why Eldoret town is developing, the owners of lands within town are developing their structures, is because they want to ensure that they have resources to pay the 0.3% that they are paying now in Eldoret. Proposing 0.2 becomes a problem. Honorable Yitzhak gave an example, Honorable Speaker, of, he said a poor, I don't know how the term he used it, I don't know how he managed to cage that the lady is poor. Because if you talk of somebody holding 10 acres in Kapsabet and wants to pay 0.01%, how do we describe that kind of situation? We have to be genuine with each other. I've tried to sit down to calculate 0.1 vis-a-vis 0.2. Honorable Tarbe here gave us a good example. A land that is sitting in Kapsabet here, valued at 3 million. In 1 year, you're just supposed to pay, if you calculate with 0.1, 3,000. But now the county government is requesting only 6,000 per year for you to run the programs that are required in this county. Before the end of the day, you will see photos of roads within the municipality here, which are not good, and they are complaining that the county government is not providing service. From which resources? Which resources do you expect them to do the work? Who is supposed to pay the employees who are working within the town here? So we have to make tough decisions as leaders. 0.1 is not enough, Honorable Speaker. We need 0.2. We need 0.2 in order to allow we finance the programs of this government, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, those are my comments. We need to be candid as leaders so that we agree on the amount that we require in order to finance the budgets of a given county government. We cannot succumb to pressure. We have to be very straightforward on what we want in order to run the programs of a particular government. Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Sarah.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So I have arised to say that finance bill is a document that is required to drive all the services and the development in an institution or in our county. So for this amendment that has been done, so mine is throw the ball back to the finance committee under the leadership of the chairman. So when the first rates were given, there was a reaction from the landowners. You went back, you listened to them. Landowners, they are not the only people paying taxes or in this county. We have other sectors. So you gave an ear to only one sector. So me is to urge you go back to Mama Mboka, sit with them, let them decide their percentage also. Go to the border. Let them decide on their percentage also. So that everybody will feel that there is a public participation. But you did the public participation to only one side, that is the landowners. What about the others who are paying? So everybody has to be involved here, so that when we are lowering to the lowest point, or you are raising up, all the taxpayers are involved, and they are given their, what they want. Because here now, we are saying that we are amending. We are giving the landowners what they want. Also give Mama Mboga what they want, and then we shall balance. If we say there is no development, we say no development. If you want to pay all of us to do the same. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I had granted an opportunity to Honorable Bitok, thereafter Honorable Bet, and then Honorable Korir, in that order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also rise to give my overview on this issue about land. Land, it is not something new. Land, it is an asset, it is a resource. So, Mr. Speaker, I want this public participation to be met and our people to be told about the reality. We also need money to run this country. And that is why you see we have very little time remaining for some of the people. You struggle not to follow every now and then, yes, yes, yes. Even the president does not do that. So, Mr. Speaker, I stand to support the legal way to be used and tell our people the right thing at the right time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Bet.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity to make, or rather to give my inputs on the Finance Bill Amendment 2 of 2026. Mr. Speaker, Finance Bill is a primary document used to raise revenues to fund government projects. And Mr. Speaker, if you look at the history of a country called Burkina Faso, Burkina Faso is a small country. Burkina Faso, it depends on how you pronounce, you cover your mouth and pronounce. Was initially called Upper Delta. Upper Delta. Mr. Speaker, when Thomas Sankara took over power in 1983 to 1987, he changed the name from Upper Volta to Burkina Faso. And the meaning of it is the land of the honest, Mr. Speaker. And today, we want to be a county assembly of honest, Mr. Speaker. I want to be honest by saying, we've already done public participation. There's no going back to do public participation. It is already done, Mr. Speaker. As prescribed by the law, it is done. We cannot go back to Mama Mboga and all those other categories and groups of people to seek response. Mr. Speaker, how then are we going to fund our programs as a government? And I want to appreciate my EPO chair, CPA, the only CPA we have around here. Is that
Honorable Bet, you better use the other one.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We must ensure that we have better learning environment in our ECD centers and learning materials, and among other services that we must render to the people of Nandi. And the only way we can do that is ensure that we raise through taxes. And when you talk about 0.5, it is too little, Mr. Speaker. It is too little. We must ensure idle lands are developed. We must ensure that all as a people of Nandi, we participate collectively in building our county. And we must take responsibility, even as investors, and participate in building our country, our county, to be a county that can be admired by other counties. And we have huge potential to do that. And we must make an adjustment, Mr. Speaker. We must make an adjustment. We must have something reasonable that resonates well with the people. They demand too much from us, and they pay little for us. If you move around, even in functions, the people of Nandi demand so much from us that we are not able to fund. How then are we supposed to do? We must increase something to do with 0.2, and that will carry us forward. Our people can only understand and get to realize the importance of this when they see tangible projects. And for us to actualize our dreams as a people and as leadership of Nandi, we must actualize these dreams and aspirations through taxation. there are some decisions that are very difficult to make. They are unpopular, but we must make it as leaders. If you fear to make decisions, very hard decisions as a leader, then you are not a leader. So, honorable members, I want to urge you, let us make very hard decisions. These are decisions that are going to change and transform our county to better services we offer. It will ensure we have proper infrastructures, among other services that is required of us by the people of Nandi.
Point of order, Honorable Speaker.
What is your point of order, Honorable Hassan?
Honorable Speaker, the honorable member is in the Committee of Finance. I just want to make sure that if his comments were captured in the minutes that they were presented here, and if he signed the report, I want to make sure that he did not sign the report because he's speaking about something that is not what the chair was speaking about. Honorable Speaker, indulge us so that...
Honorable Bet.
Mr. Speaker, as we speak now, I have not appended my signature because I have my own reservation. And you can check in the document. Because I want to be part of the history who have participated in changing the future of Nandi by ensuring that we tax people and be responsible in building our county together.
So are you dissenting from
I'm not in any way objecting the opinion of the members, but I'm saying I have my take, and I'm saying we must see something better than 0.1.
Well, I think,
and when the right time comes, I will make it happen.
Well, Honorable Korir, thereafter we can have the Honorable Village.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for this opportunity. Honorable Speaker, I wish to make a comment on Finance Bill 2 amendment, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in just making this comment, I also want to applaud the Chairman, Finance, my able CPA, and the team, Mr. Speaker, for candidly taking through the entire stakeholders about this issue on the amendment bill, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, soon I'm going to be happily presenting figures to this House, Mr. Speaker, sir. And Mr. Speaker, to be honest, Mr. Speaker, what gives life to operationalization of the budget, Mr. Speaker, is actually the finance bill. That is giving resources to various programs that we have actually planned through the budget, Mr. Speaker. I know, Mr. Speaker, these decisions are a bit difficult to make, but of course we must be able to take some decisions, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is subject to, this is a product of public participation, Mr. Speaker, sir. And the figures I'm soon going to present to this House, Mr. Speaker, again is also subject or is a product of public participation, Mr. Speaker, sir, which emanates from the residences. And we know, Mr. Speaker, from the Nandi equitable share, Mr. Speaker, there are proposals from the residents of this county, Mr. Speaker, yearning for development, Mr. Speaker, sir. And therefore, for us to progress, to make progress as a county, we must be able to resource the same budget, Mr. Speaker, sir. Therefore, I want to applaud and ensure that we are getting some reasonable amount, Mr. Speaker, so that at the end of the day, we are able to resource that budget, Mr. Speaker, and the various programs. Now, I'm happy that Honorable Kagoni, Mr. Speaker, did mention about financial implication. Of course, Mr. Speaker, if we are going to fall short of revenue, Mr. Speaker, sir, definitely we will be forced to drop the programs that we have already budgeted for, Mr. Speaker, sir. And I know, Mr. Speaker, it is actually the wish of each and every member to ensure that we are giving projects and programs, ensure that we are giving life to the programs that have already been raised, so that we can be able to work for our county. Mr. Speaker, sir, point number 2 is that, Mr. Speaker, when we fail to plan, Mr. Speaker, we will not have progress. And I know, Mr. Speaker, in this county, particularly in the headquarters here, Mr. Speaker, or even in various towns that we have, Mr. Speaker, we have absentee landlords, Mr. Speaker, sir. The only way to encourage development among us, the landlords within the county, and the main centers, urban centers within the county, Mr. Speaker, is to allow progress. That is why we must be able to ensure that that pain that is going to be felt by the landlord, Mr. Speaker, is by raising revenue, Mr. Speaker, and eventually they are going to personally make decisions to develop. That is why we must be able to look for various years to come in a way of planning. And therefore, I wish to applaud and wish
request the membership that we continue so that we can have this revenue raised and we'll be able to present the figures, Mr. Speaker, sir. I thank you.
Honorable Trufosa and then Honorable Birech.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I also arise to talk about this finance bill. In the morning, we passed the integrated plan for Kapsabet municipality. Now, if we move the way we are talking about reducing the bill to 0.1, how are we going to develop Kapsabet municipality? That's why we are always behind. Our county is behind because of collection of revenue. For example, we are being taxed with the house levy. Was participation done so that that amount was taxed from honorable members and the rest? No participation was done. So what is wrong if we increase the revenue so that our county can move on? We need changes in our county. How can we have changes without collecting revenue? There is no time or there's no year we have reached the approximate revenue collection. It is every year it decreases. It is because of such issues. So we need either to increase or to remain the way it was, 0.25. That is my proposal. Otherwise, a matter of reducing, we are not going anywhere.
Honorable Kerich, you know now, let me give you an opportunity and then we wind up with the Honorable Member from Tinderet.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. The debate that is before this Honorable House, Honorable Speaker, is actually amazing. Honorable Speaker, first, I'm one of the members of the Finance Committee. Honorable Speaker, we are aware we are here today because of the cries of the common mwananchi, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, when we had the amendment of the Finance Bill 1, that this House adopted 0.5% against the value. Honorable Speaker, I can say here categorically that the 0.5 value, Honorable Speaker, that was adopted through public participation was a figure that I can say categorically that it was adopted with the people who participated not knowing exactly what they were debating, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we are here today because of change of the law, the National Land Rating Act 2024, that actually changed the model in which land rates are going to be charged, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the 0.5 was adopted not knowing. Most of the people that adopted 0.5 had never scrutinized the valuation role on the value 0.5 against which value.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Under what standing order, Honorable Tarbey?
Order number 89, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the standing order says it's on the declaration of interest, Mr. Speaker, because I have heard the member saying the members did not know, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the standing order says a member who wishes to speak to any matter in which the member has a personal interest shall first declare that interest. Mr. Speaker, we are all aware that the honorable member represents Kapsabet Town, Mr. Speaker. Is he affected in one way or another by this land rate, Mr. Speaker? Is the plot he is residing in, Mr. Speaker, among those who will be affected, Mr. Speaker, so that the member comes clearly on the matter of personal interest.
Well, your point of order is noted. Honorable Matata, do you have anything to declare? Because
Honorable Speaker, I have nothing to declare. I'm just contributing to the motion.
Then proceed.
The way the honorable member.
Well, Honorable Matata, that
Speaker.
is noted.
Yes.
You've indicated that you have nothing to declare. Just make progress.
Now, Honorable Speaker, when we adopted the finance bill, the first finance amendment bill the first one of 0.5, and when our people were invoiced, having gone to scrutinize the the evaluation role, Honorable Speaker, that is actually made us where we are today. Honorable Speaker, we went for a consultative meeting. Honorable Sarah said that we only had the landowners, Honorable Speaker. It is because the same people are the ones who were affected, and they came crying. And that is why the finance department initiated a consultative meeting. And we attended that consultative meeting, Honorable Speaker, with the chairman finance, that the meeting was held at the Alliance Hotel, Honorable Speaker. We tried to convince these people, but they were giving us values that when you subject the 0.5 against the value, they were really crying that they were unable to pay the rates that were subjected to 0.5. We really convinced them, Honorable Speaker, until we came to a common ground of 0.25. Through the procedures of this House and the memorandum now to amend to adopt 0.25, it required that we also subject the same to public participation. Honorable Speaker, courtesy of your office and the office of the clerk, we went to the public participation on Friday. Honorable Speaker, when we were there, the issues to do with land, Honorable Speaker, to our people are very much emotive. We received petitions. Up to now, Honorable Speaker, we have petitions from the civil societies. We have the petitions from Chamber of Commerce. We have the memoranda. We have also a memorandum from the Swahili community that are proposing even more lower rates, Honorable Speaker, having scrutinized the valuation role. Honorable Speaker, when we were in the public participation, we adopted a VICA of 0.1 as per the request and the prayers of the public, that if you give us 0.1, we are able to pay without any constraint, Honorable Speaker. Now, we came back, and the chair is there, and I'm wondering, Honorable Speaker, I'm wondering, he knew what he was doing because he didn't sign the report. We came at the committee, we all unanimously agreed, Honorable Speaker, to go by the wishes and the will of the residents that let us have 0.1 in order for us to pay without any constraint. Unanimously, Honorable Speaker, and if you can check on the report, we all agreed that let us, for the first time, because, Honorable Speaker, while we were in the public participation, we were being accused as a county assembly that we have always carried out public participation and not considering the wishes of our people. We come here and do we just come here and do our things, putting aside what the public have requested. Honorable Speaker, we have adopted that report of 0.1, and I want to call all the honorable members that we all know that we need money for development. What is not being said before this House, Honorable Speaker, is that is 0.1 an increment from the previous model of land paying or of the land rates, Honorable Speaker. And I can outrightly say, Honorable Speaker, 0.1 is an increment Because, and I want to implore all members that when you get the value, I had a widow, Honorable Speaker, who she came and brought the issue before me. When she went to the land registry, the value of her land, which she inherited from the deceased husband, has been valued at 59 million, Honorable Speaker. When you subject 59 million, Honorable Speaker, to the rate of 0.1, the same widow is required to pay 59,000 per year, Honorable Speaker. And she was crying to me that, Mheshimiwa, will I be able to pay this money? Honorable Speaker, what we need to be asking ourselves is that even if we put the rates higher, shall we get the money? That is the biggest question. We can put the rates higher and fail to get the money. Secondly, Honorable Speaker, now that the proceedings are live and the report has been tabled, and it is now coming that some of the intentions of some of the honorable members is that they want to go against the will of the people. It means this thing will also lead to litigations in court. And the whole thing can be stopped. Shall we be achieving anything, Honorable Speaker, if by the time we adopt this report and going against the will of the people, and they go to court, one of the petitions, Honorable Speaker, it has been written to this House through a lawyer. That itself indicates that if you go against...
Point of order, Mr.
What is your point of order, Honorable Tarbay?
Mr. Speaker, on the accuracy of work, is the honorable member implying that we are to be guided by the lawyers, Mr. Speaker, to determine the direction of this? I thought this is a legislative house, Mr. Speaker, and whatever we legislate here, Mr. Speaker, is final. It is not to be determined. Whether it was a lawyer who drafted the petition or anyone else, Mr. Speaker, this house has the supreme powers, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Speaker,
Honorable Matata.
I'm not saying, I think the honorable member needs to understand my statement clearly. I'm making an assumption, Honorable Speaker, that one of the petitions that has been brought to the, that was forwarded to the committee, Honorable Speaker, has been done through a lawyer. I'm making an assumption, Honorable Speaker, that if we go against the will of the...
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
I think he's just about to respond to that, unless Matata, if...
He's inviting another point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Speaker, I think
Which other
Honorable
point of order?
Tarbey should be patient.
Order number
Honorable
90,
Matata,
90
just
Mr.
freeze.
Speaker, on the accuracy of work. Mr. Speaker, when we go to public participation, the honorable member is trying to imply that whatever we get in public participation is the final thing that should not be amended, Mr. Speaker. Maybe on the accuracy of work, the honorable member should clarify whether the public participation, when we go for public participation and the members of public gives their views, whether that is final or the decision of this house is final.
Honorable Kerich, you've had on those two issues.
Honorable Speaker, you know now, Honorable Tarbey wants to confuse me. I was answering the first point of order that he has just written on the direction that do we depend on the lawyer. I've made it clearly, and I will answer the second point of order, Honorable Speaker, that now that the first petition was done through a lawyer, I'm making an assumption, Honorable Speaker, that if we go against the will, and in that petition, Honorable Speaker, because I'm privy to that, the contents of that petition, because I'm a member of the Finance Committee, I'm making an assumption that if we go against the will of the people who unanimously endorsed the 0.1%, I'm making an assumption that they will definitely go to court, Honorable Speaker. The second issue that he has raised, that we can depend on public
point of order,
decisions
Point of order,
taken.
Mr. Speaker.
I will
Mr.
guide
Speaker.
on that, Honorable Tarbey.
Mr.
Let him-
Speaker.
Yes.
You know, Mr. Speaker, this House of Record, the honorable member is saying that the decision of the public was unanimous. Mr. Speaker, I'm tempted to inquire whether even the people of Kaptumo Kapoi was given an opportunity, Mr. Speaker, for us to say the public participation was unanimous, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Tarbeya, this is a public participation that we invited all the Nandi residents and those who are present, unless if the honorable member is making reference to those who are
I'm
present.
making reference, Honorable Speaker, as you have correctly put, that the decisions was unanimous based on the people who attended the public participation, Honorable Speaker. On the second aspect, that should we depend on the decisions made in the public participation, Honorable Speaker, the question is, and why should we be going for public participation? That is another question I can ask. Secondly, I can answer the question by saying Article 1 of the Constitution has put it clearly that there's a foreign power of this Constitution lies with the people, Honorable Speaker, and it can be exercised directly or indirectly through elected leaders, Honorable Speaker. So I don't see why Honorable Tarbey, unless he has been induced, I don't know. So Honorable Speaker.
No, Honorable Matata.
Let me withdraw that.
Yeah,
let me withdraw that.
I've not ruled you to be out of order, so just
let me withdraw that. So Honorable Speaker, another point that I want to bring forth is that, Honorable Speaker, if we shall be putting the views of the public aside always, Honorable Speaker, shall we ever have the meaning of public participation? Should we be going for public participation on any other matter if it is a routine that we go for public participation and we come here, put aside what was the views of the people in public participation?
Point of order. On number 90 on accuracy of facts.
Yes.
I've heard the honorable member 3 or 4 times implying that this house has been setting aside views of the public and make their own decision. We are discussing this particular bill. Is there any other situation that this house has set aside? Matters of the public, the decision that was made by the public participation, and we do our own other issues. You know, he's trying to make a very yes.
Honorable Matata,
Honorable Speaker,
casting aspersion on.
I'm not even casting aspersion. It is in the public domain. Honorable Speaker, for
Can
those
you be able
members
to
that
justify
we were
that?
together, let me tell, and I will answer. Honorable Speaker, for those members that we were in the public participation, they can say that some of the comments that the public were making is that you as a county assembly, you have been coming for public participation, but after that, you go put aside our views and you implement. And I want to mention one example. Let me mention one example. Let me mention one example for the record. Honorable Speaker, the other time we went for public participation on change of land use, about the Kipchoge Stadium, about the showground land, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Matata, I know we may be able to.
I wanted to substantiate the claims made by Honorable Rotich, Honorable Speaker.
You know, those are the decisions of the House, Honorable Matata, and the House has already made decisions on that.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Rotich had requested that I showcase.
No.
I give examples.
No. That was not commented by the honorable member. In fact, the honorable member said that you should limit yourself to this particular conversation and not the decisions that the House has already made.
But Honorable Speaker, I think you are getting out of context. He had requested that
Honorable
I should
Matata,
also.
I've given directions, Honorable Matata.
Let me proceed, Honorable Speaker.
Yeah, you better withdraw those ideas that the members have been ignoring, the comments of the public, and we make progress.
I withdraw the comments.
Yes. I've just said that you withdraw so that we can make progress for record purposes. Because the House has already made decisions on those other items. And
okay, on the other items that the public were saying that we have always ignored, I withdraw.
Thank you.
I
Proceed.
withdraw that. So, Honorable Speaker, another issue that is coming out clearly here is that members are just talking of one revenue stream. Honorable Speaker, let us be honest with ourselves. We have several revenue streams, Honorable Speaker, that are dormant and are not working, Honorable Speaker. So if we are just seeing one revenue stream of land rates, Honorable Speaker, what about the other revenue streams, Honorable Speaker? So my opinion is, let us go by the public wishes and prayers, and then we advance the other revenue streams to close the gap, Honorable Speaker, that will, the variance that will occur. You see? Because, Honorable Speaker, there are two issues here that as we even deliberate, there are possible two outcomes. One, we can adopt or we can amend the 0.1. And then we have resistance of non-payment. Shall we be achieving anything? Secondly, Speaker, if members of the public decide and go to the courts and stop the whole thing, the whole finance bill, shall we be making any progress? Shall we be making any progress? Secondly, Honorable Speaker, my argument is, let us go by the public opinion, the public prayers, and then we advance on the other revenue streams. When you go to Kapsabet here, Honorable Speaker, people are not paying for parking. That is one of the revenue streams. When you go outside town, outside the CBD,
Point of
Honorable
order,
Speaker.
What is your
The
point
honorable
of
member
order?
should clarify. What is the proof that members of the public are not paying the parking? Number two, he is a member of finance committee. We expect him to be, assisting us, seal those loopholes so that we sort out the issue.
Honorable
And finally, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Kerich, the member is still on his point of order.
Yes.
Just, freeze for a while.
Yes, two critical issues, Honorable Speaker. He is raising an issue on payment of parking. He is a member of Finance and Economic Committee. He should be sorting all those issues from the level of committee level. Number two, the honorable member, Honorable Speaker, is casting aspersions that the public will go for a court. That is a normal process. If there is anything that they can do, there is no problem, Honorable Speaker. And number three also, or is he trying to push the public to go to the court on that particular issue? And the Honorable Speaker, he's still contributing over 6 minutes. It should be 3 minutes.
That is my discretion. Honorable.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Against who?
Honorable Matata, Mr. Speaker.
He's not yet on his feet, so you can...
So, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Matata, there are those issues that have been raised.
Yeah, let me respond.
Are you able to substantiate that the members of the public are not paying parking fees?
Honorable Speaker, let me say this. The honorable member is forgetting that I'm the host MC of Kapsabet Ward. And let me respond.
Mr. Speaker, so that they can
what is your point of order, Honorable Tarbey?
Standing order 90, Mr. Speaker. I had captured the honorable member saying that he has a widow in his ward who was invoiced, Mr. Speaker. And as part of the report, Mr. Speaker, they should have tabled maybe a copy of invoice, Mr. Speaker, for records of this house, Mr. Speaker, so that it can even help some of us to make informed decision, Mr. Speaker. The copy of the invoice.
Honorable Matata, you have a number of issues to substantiate.
Honorable Speaker, I was responding to Honorable Rotich that, Honorable Speaker, as I am talking, I'm the host MC of Kapsabet Town. And even without proof, Honorable Speaker, I have most of the information on the
Honorable,
so let me withdraw the proof.
Matata.
Let me withdraw.
Point of information, Mr. Speaker.
Let me address the point of order first before...
I wanted to inform...
unless, Honorable Matata, you want to be informed by the member from Kaptumo Kabwe?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, in the amendment one that was brought, alongside the amendment one, there were quarterly reports or projections on what had been attained in I think it was the third quarter. And it appeared very clearly, and it is the documents of the Finance Committee, that the parking fees in their own, the projections that they had made and what had been collected, it showed that the parking fees had dropped, Mr. Speaker. So I think that is sufficient proof that the parking fees are not being paid. Or how else can we explain that?
Honorable Isaac, does it mean that the drop in the collection of the parking fees demonstrates that people are not paying? What if the motor vehicles are not being parked?
No, I mean, it's common sense, Mr. Speaker, that
yeah.
cars have increased.
That is not substantiation. Honorable Matata, unless you are able to substantiate that, you better withdraw that members of the public are not paying parking fees.
For the record, let me withdraw, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you.
Now, Honorable Speaker.
On my point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable, is still addressing is still responding to those point of orders.
So, Honorable Speaker, the other, Honorable Tarbe is raising on point of order after another point of order. So I'm even confused on which one to respond to now, because
the honorable member from Nandi wanted a substantiation that indeed a widow within Kapsabet visited you.
Yes.
And she was given an invoice of 59, or rather the
59 million.
59,000.
Yes, that one I can prove, Honorable Speaker.
Are you able to
I can prove that one. If you give me time in the next sitting, I can prove. Because
So,
I know the widow. I know the
It's
widow.
okay, Honorable Matata, you can be able to substantiate that
Yes.
in the next sitting. That
Yeah,
is
I
on-
will prove that, Honorable Speaker, because she's the one who came to my place
Well,
with that invoice.
then,
Yeah, so I can prove that one in the next sitting.
proceed, and you should be winding
Honorable
up, Honorable
Speaker.
Member.
So what I'm calling upon honorable members, Honorable Speaker, is that let us see what is practical and what is achievable by the public, Honorable Speaker. Because we can ask for much that we will never get. So mine is, because this is a new model, Honorable Speaker, of giving the land rates, let us agree with the public that we fix it at 0.1, and then gradually, Honorable Speaker, in the subsequent financial bill, in the subsequent finance bill, we can increase gradually so that we don't even impact the public negatively. Otherwise, Honorable Speaker, I submit that we should adopt the report as it is of 0.1. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, I'll proceed to put the question that the Nandi County Finance Amendment Bill number 2, 2026 be read the second time. Will as many as similar opinions say ayes?
Aye.
And will as many as have contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 9, motion.
Honorable Rotich.
Honorable Speaker, I'm rising to move a motion that this House adopts the fourth report of Health and Sanitation Committee on the Department of Health and Sanitation Consolidated Revenue Performance Report for Quarter 1 and Quarter 2. That's July to December 2025 financial year, 2025 to 2026, laid on the table of the House on 10th June 2026. Honorable Speaker, as mandated by law, the Department of Health and Sanitation tabled their performance report for Quarter 1, revenue performance report for Quarter 1 and Quarter 2 of that particular year, 2025-2026. The committee had a sitting with the department to go through the said reports, and on this report, Honorable Speaker, we have the introduction part that on 10th July, on 10th February 2026, a consolidated revenue report of Nandi County Facility Improvement Fund, FIF, for Quarter 1 and Quarter 2 was tabled in the House and subsequently committed to the Committee of Health and Sanitation. The report presents the consolidated revenue performance. That should be underlined, revenue performance of the Department of Health and Sanitation for the first 2 quarters of financial year 25-26, covering the period 1st July to December 2025, 31st. The report focuses on revenue generated from the level 4 and 3 hospitals, public health department, and primary health care, famously known as PHC, facilities against the department's AVIA revenue targets. The Department of Health and Sanitation had set an annual revenue target of shillings 550,000 for financial year 2025-2026. That was as per the records given in that here financial budget. We have the committee mandate, Honourable Speaker, as provided for in the Constitution. I'm not going to go through that, but allow me, Honourable Speaker, to move to the revenue performance of hospitals and public health departments. According to that report, Honourable Speaker, the Department of Health and Sanitation had set an annual revenue of 550,000. That is half a billion shillings for financial year 2025-2026. The breakdown was that of the 7 hospitals, public health departments, 450,000 were to come from the 7 hospitals. That is Kapsabet, Nandi Hills, Mosoriot, Kabiyet, Meteitei, Chepterwai, and Kaptumo facilities. And then we have the primary health care, that is from the primary health facilities. That is the dispensaries and health centers that are within our vicinity. That was 100,000 Kenyan shillings. The AVIA Q1 and Q2 target therefore stood, because now that for the financial year is 550. But for 2 quarters now, which is AVIA, is 225,000 from hospitals and public health facilities. As at 31st December 2025, the hospitals and public health departments realized a total of 180,272,699 in cash revenue, representing 80% achievement of the AVIA target of 225,000 Kenyan shillings. In addition, Honourable Speaker, there was still pending claim of 120,000 that were made from the Social Health Authority, but not yet been remitted to facilities by the end of that particular AVIA period of December 31st. SHA has not been, it is dispersing, yes, but it's not that regular. That's why we still have pending remittance of 120,000 that we are still, the facilities were still owing Social Health Authority as of 31st December 2025. When the actual cost collections of 180,000 are combined with the pending SHA claims of 120, the total realizable revenue for hospitals and public health departments for the AVIA reaches 300,000 Kenyan shillings. This represents 133,000 performance against the revised AVIA target of 225,000, indicating a strong underlying demand and improved claim submission processes. We have the primary health care facilities. The primary health care, that is PHC, facilities also recorded a strong performance during this particular period of Q1 and Q2. A total of 91 PHC facilities contributed a combined revenue of 64,389,989. That is primary health care. That is under dispensaries and health centers. The figure exceeds AVIA target of 50 million Kenyan shillings. It exceeds by 14 million, translating to achievement of 128.8 achievement rate. This overperformance can be attributed to increased utilization of primary health services and capitation-based and insurance-linked payment under the SHA and Taifa Care framework, which channel more funds directly to PHC level facilities. Honorable Speaker, observation and budget utilization of F5. We as the committee, based on the report given by the department, we have the budget utilization of these particular resources. One, when we talk of PHC, the primary health care, the social health authority transmits the resources directly to the facilities. What the chief officer does is just to sign the AIs for those particular in charges of those particular facilities in the dispensaries and in health centers for them to handle their budgets. But they give them AIs with breakdown. If it's buying of drugs, it is written down on that particular AIE for them to spend those particular resources. Our observation is that the committee noted that out of 30% retained facility improvement fund, a sum of 4 million was utilized for staff training. During the half-year period, the committee acknowledges the importance of continuous professional development, improving service delivery and staff motivation. We also have fuel and lubricants for vehicles, that is the ambulances and what have you. We have shifting patterns of revenue collection. Allow me to jump to the conclusions. The conclusion by the committee. The committee recommends the following, Honorable Speaker, that the department should operationalize the proposed F5 training policy, because we need to train, especially the persons who are in charge of facilities. One of them is, we have Kamasai dispensary there. We need to train. We need to train those people who are working in that facility. Streamline procurement procedures for ambulance, fuels, and conduct revenue impact review of sub-county hospitals in light of service. And finally, decentralization to PHC facilities. I request this particular House, Honorable Speaker, to adopt this report to allow the Committee of Health and the Department of Health to continue to improve the processes that are there in the facilities in level 1, in level 4, level 3, so that we ensure that we have smooth transition of these particular processes that are there in the department. And I acknowledge the fact that this particular department is ensuring that they comply with the Constitution of Kenya, where the reports, or rather financial revenue report performance, are tabled in this particular House. Otherwise, Honorable Speaker, I beg to move, and I request the Vice Chair. I request the Vice Chair, and I can confirm that all members, the members of this committee, appended their signatures for affirmation. Allow me to request my Vice Chair to second.
Now, honorable members, I now honorable members, I now put it that this House adopts the 4th report of Health and Sanitation Committee on Department and Sanitation Consolidated Revenue Performance Report for Quarter 2, July to December 2025, financial year 2025-2026, laid on the table of the House on 10th June 2026, be debated. Honorable members, the floor is open. The Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I raise, Honorable Speaker, to thank the Chairman for Health, Honorable Speaker, our APO Chair, Honorable Ezra Rotich, and the team, Honorable Speaker, for the good report, Honorable Speaker, basing on this report on FI policy, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we want to laud the share, Honorable Speaker, which was introduced by His Excellency the President, Honorable Speaker, and we can see the results, which is translating to our health centers and hospitals, Honorable Speaker. When you look, Honorable Speaker, the way Honorable Chair has put that as at the 1st of December, Honorable Speaker, we had about 180 million, which translates to 80% of the revenue, Honorable Speaker. It is a cash, Honorable Speaker, to support this report, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, we know this amount, Honorable Speaker, actually goes directly to our dispensaries, to our hospitals, Honorable Speaker, so that it can support the hospitals, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, I'm happy about some of the recommendations, Honorable Speaker, by the Chair, that we need this FI policy, Honorable Speaker, the members be trained on the FI policy, Honorable Speaker, especially the workers who works on these hospitals, Honorable Speaker, so that they can learn and appreciate the good work which is being done by the Chair, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want also to thank the Chair for considering this factor, Honorable Speaker, which has been a challenge, that is realization of the procurement in the hospitals, Honorable Speaker. We are aware, Honorable Speaker, that there has been some delays maybe on the issue of procurement because the procurement is not decentralized, Honorable Speaker. And I'm happy that the Chairman has mentioned so that even the dispensary, Honorable Speaker, can procure their items, Honorable Speaker, their supplies, their non-pharmaceuticals, Honorable Speaker, so that we cannot get an hospital lacking some facilities, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, when you look at the revenue performance, that is the estimated revenue performance by the end of the financial year, Honorable Speaker, it is 550 million as per the Chairman's report, Honorable Speaker. And I think also this one, Honorable Speaker, will boost the revenue to the county government of Nandi, Honorable Speaker. Because when you look at the budget which was tabled last week, Honorable Speaker, the revenue stream, Honorable Speaker, one of the key revenue stream, Honorable Speaker, is share, that is under FI, Honorable Speaker. And I know that if this is PIFA, Honorable Speaker, we can even reach 1 billion in revenue, Honorable Speaker, that will come from the share, Honorable Speaker. Especially that now, when we complete the hospital in the Kapsabet, Honorable Speaker, the county referral hospital, it will create an impact, Honorable Speaker, on the revenue, Honorable Speaker. And I know through the able leadership of the Chairman and the committee, Honorable Speaker, we want to load this progress, Honorable Speaker, on these 2 quarters, that is the quarter 1 and quarter 2, Honorable Speaker, on this report. So, Honorable Speaker, I want to thank the committee and call upon this House, Honorable Speaker, to support this good report, Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Okay. Any other Honorable Tarabay?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the Chairman was so eloquent and precise to the point. So on that note, Mr. Speaker, because of the interest of time, I would request that you put the question and request the Honorable Koko to second, Mr. Speaker, that you put the question.
Okay, I'll proceed, but not because of interest of time. I think the House seems satisfied. I'll then proceed to put the question that this House adopts the 4th report of Health and Sanitation Committee on the Department of Health and Sanitation Consolidated Revenue Performance Report for Quarter 1 and Quarter 2, July to December 2025, financial year 2025-2026, laid on the table of the House on 10th June 2026. Now, clerk, check. Do we have the quorum? Before I put the question.
Honorable Speaker, quorum is not present.
Okay, let me direct that the bell be rung for 8 minutes. Quorum bell.
Honorable Speaker, quorum is now present.
Now, so I'll proceed to put the question that this House adopts the fourth report of Health and Sanitation Committee on the Department of Health and Sanitation Consolidated Revenue Performance Report for Quarter 1 and Quarter 2, July to December 2025, financial year 2025-2026, laid on the table of the House on 10th June 2026. Will those of similar opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will those of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 10, adjournment.
So, honorable members, there being no other prayer on order paper, this House adjourns until tomorrow, 10 a.m.